What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a top 10 countdown. BLINK-182, a band that is very near and dear to my heart. I grew up on them. They're so special. Their music just really helped shape my taste in a way. They were one of my first bands that I really fell in love with. A lot of my friends were into them, and I definitely racked up some of their merch, and I guess you could say I'm a pretty big fan considering all of their merch and memorabilia and music that I have laying around. Some of it I don't even know where it is. It's probably boxed up somewhere at my parents' house in an attic or a basement or something like that. But the main point to take away, huge fan, very influential music, pop, punk, alternative rock, punk rock music, just a lot of fun. There's more serious stuff. There's definitely some immature proponents that make this band work as well. A lot of changes over the years, evolution. I got into them at the time they were splitting up originally. They got back together 2009, and now Tom DeLonge, one of the lead singers, has departed from this band, and Matt Skiba steps in to fill that role. How will the new music sound? It's coming out this year. I'm excited for it. Let's go ahead and jump into the countdown, starting with number 10.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody and always. This sick, strange darkness comes creeping on so...
The epitome of my teenage angst right here. I had to give it a spot on this list. I mean, can you picture 14-year-old John just singing along in the shower to one of his favorite songs? I Miss You is pretty nuanced for a ballad and something totally unexpected for fans at the time, I feel like. You would not have necessarily come to BLINK-182 expecting more of like a love song or something that's more in check emotionally, and then on this record we get songs like not only I Miss You, but Always and Down, and it shows off that more vulnerable state, a more experimental side, and we'll get more into that in just a minute, but I feel like this showcased a turning point in Bleak's career, and I'm just glad that they were playing with this sound. It showed that they could still make a song with some really awesome guitar licks that were very different, a little bit more restrained, but they can also add in that orchestration and make a killer track.
As I struggle through each and every year, and all these demons, they keep me up all night.
I love having memories with music. It's like you can sit down, think about the first time you heard a song, where you were, what was going on in your mind, the excitement that you felt. And I remember the first time that I heard Up All Night by BLINK-182, the first new Blink music in nearly a decade. I was on vacation with a couple of friends in Ocean City, Maryland. A couple of my other friends that were really into Blink. We had been anticipating this new music, this new album. After several delays, they finally started texting me links to it, and I was on the boardwalk in Ocean City, and I was like, you know what guys, I'm actually gonna go over here, sit down real quickly, just as fast as I can, fumbling around, plugging in my headphones, and while it might not have been the song that I necessarily wanted or needed from them at the time, it's truly turned into one of my favorites over the years. I love this blend of just kind of chaos and calm. The lyrics on here are very questioning of the world around us and modern society, just featuring some massive riffs, a leveled out chorus, and of course the nice rotated vocals from Mark and Tom. Something that I always like to see. I love it when they have that chemistry. I do feel like Neighborhoods as an album catches a ton of flack, but songs like this just prove why it deserves more than just a passing glance.
I show up at 3 a.m. She's still up watching Vacation, and I see her pretty face. It takes me away to a better place, and I know that everything's gonna...
Mark Hoppus on lead vocals always gets me excited, and as you'll see, a lot of the songs, in fact the majority of the songs on this list, feature his contributions in either a major way or even in a backing way somewhat in the vocal department. Josie is remembered for its warm bass line, thrashing drums, and of course just being an ode to a lover that puts up with all of his shit. It's a very thankful tune, and I like that. It's so different from the punk scene. You don't expect necessarily a love song to come out of there, and it's kind of disguised as just like a fun, fast-paced jam with these really hard-hitting drums, and then of course Tom coming in, layering in it, I know that everything. I love that. It's just disguised, like I said, kind of as this fast-paced punk song, but at the same time, at its heart, it's a very appreciative tune, and I like that. He's saying, I like that you do this for me, I like that you put up with this, and you're just here for me, and you don't see that often enough, I guess, in the world of punk rock music, is what I'm saying. And even though this was coming at a turning point in Blink's career, they started writing more songs like this. This was on a very, very punk-influenced album, Dude Ranch, in 1997, and I think it's songs like this that really helped them take them into the mainstream. Rollercoaster is undeniably catchy and fun. There's a reason it's a fan favorite, folks. Blissful vocals get stuck in your head almost instantly. Travis Barker lays down a sick drum breakdown in the middle of this track, and you know you can't stop yourself from air guitaring along every time this song comes on the radio. Just awesome riffage, awesome tune, just perfect for your summer playlist. The Untitled album is a bit baffling for those only familiar with Blink's early work. It was definitely a turning point in this band, an evolution if you will. Stockholm Syndrome is one of Blink's best songs, especially from a lyrical point of view, detailing the spiral of crippling fear that's tearing a relationship in half. The way they approach the vocals on this track just adds a whole lot more, makes it very interesting to say the least. From DeLong's call to arms styled vocals and shouts to Hoppus's steady but kind of panicked voice, it's really just a rewarding listen through and through to see the turmoil.
Nobody likes you when you're 23, and I still more amuse my TV shows. What the hell is ADD? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again?
I can't help but picture Mark, Tom, and Travis running naked through the streets nearly every single time I hear this song. I mean, it's one of those iconic music videos that makes itself that much more memorable and makes the song that much more memorable just because of how ridiculous its video was. And What's My Age Again? Immaturity is catching up to a man, detailing accounts of various pranks, laziness, and more importantly, just his friends telling him to grow the fuck up. Well, not necessarily in those words, but essentially. Nobody likes you when you're 23. That's the phrase that was coined in this popular Blink-182 song, and it's still popular to this day. In fact, it's what made my 23rd year on this planet so lonely. Thanks, Blink. Fucking hell, you're getting old, John. This song is over 20 years old at this point, but good God, has it aged well. My buddy Cody was really into Blink whenever I first got into music and started taking it seriously, and this is always one of those songs that he would throw on, have it in the background, and just the memories, you can feel that specific time and place like I was talking about, and it makes you so nostalgic. You have to love how reckless and raw this song feels. It's just kind of got this long winding intro leading into these furious drums and vocals bringing us the story of abandonment and loneliness. Never forget though, never ever forget, a tank of gas is a treasure.
When it's all done, on and on, reckless abandon. Something's wrong, this is gonna shock them. Nothing to hold on to. We'll use this song to lead you.
The carelessness and irresponsibility of youth is a fleeting notion for some of us, but fortunately we'll still always be able to live vicariously through songs like this. I still laugh a little bit every time I hear Tom saying, "He fucked a girl in a parking lot." I think that's one of the reasons that I love Blink so much, is just because some of their music is so much fun, and then they have that balance where they do get more serious, but you know at their heart, it's these dudes having fun with the music, and that's what makes me hate that Tom bowed out and really just changed so much as a person through the years and didn't seem like he was having fun at all with Blinkin' anymore. And I remember he wrote this song because it was about him getting kicked out of school, him skating, tearing up the town, having fun with Mark Hoppus and his other friends out skating all night, causing trouble. Reckless abandon is one of those moments on this album, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, that just made it oh so worthwhile. I like to think that I wasn't one of the ones begging on my hands and knees for Blink to stay the same and not become grown men, but it's obvious that immature humor and storytelling was always a huge part of this band and their chemistry, even as they aged. Adding fire to the flames, this is what I'm really getting at whenever I'm talking about Blink being silly and cracking jokes. You'd think that the title Dysentery Gary would tell all, but actually there's a lot more to it than just that. There's actually a damn great vocal melody here, fused together nicely with a surprisingly deep burrow of instrumentation, including a guitar riff that's instantly recognizable as one of Blink's classics. Bombastic riffage, cutting bass lines, and a huge arena-ready pop-punk sound line this truly incredible Blink cut. And with an introduction like that, I think it's pretty easy for you guys to tell why I put this at the top of my list. Speaking as a voice for youth culture, the band pushes questioning authority and making a name for yourself, calling out leaders with lines like, "If we're fucked up, you're to blame." That was one huge thing on Anthem Part 2 that always got quoted by me and my friends growing up. Blink-182 was a monster force to be reckoned with in this day and age, and they had a huge voice. Kids listened to them and took their advice, listened to the songs, and I know that in a way, even though I didn't truly believe everything they were saying, there were ideas that we pulled away from this, and I think people of my generation just remember looking back at this song and we remember why we love them so much. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my top 10 Blink-182 songs. If there's other bands you'd like to see me tackle in the form of a top 10, let me know in the comment section down below. Thumbs up the ones that you really want to see me do, because those are the ones that I see most easily. And don't forget, while you're here, smash the like button down there, subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed, and follow me on Twitter at ARTV Reviews, linked in the description down below if you'd like to stay up to date on all things ARTV. You can click right below me if you want to see the last top 10 or the last review that I did on this channel. Other than that, I will see you guys very soon right here on ARTV.